Here's the state of the Baylor softball program. I know they finished 32-24 this year, which is a disappointing year because they should have made the NCAA tournament. They didn't, but they went to the National Invitational Softball Tournament, and guess what they did? They won it all. That's including being a solid UNLV team. And yes, I know they're in the Mountain West, which they were third in that conference, but the only reason why they didn't get in is because they didn't win the conference. But UNLV was 43-14 prior to yesterday, and Baylor beat them 4-0, 4-0, and Aaliyah Benford had a two-hitter. Incredible. They did beat Kansas in the semifinal. They were down 4-0, but they came back to win 5-4 on a walk-off. And the good news is for the softball program, and I know they finished 5th in the conference this year, and they got eliminated by Iowa State by a fluke. I mean, they had a chance to win in the Big 12 tournament that first game, and they couldn't. And sure, they were disappointed, but then they responded and never lost again. And the best news is about this team going into next year is for a few things. First of all, they're going to only lose potentially only 2 players, and that's both seniors, and both of them could come back for another year, which I don't know if that's going to happen or not. After that, everyone else is back, and that's massive. And hopefully next year they're going to be better than 5th in the conference. I'm hoping at least 4th or 3rd, because I just know on a standpoint, you're probably not going to get first in the conference because Oklahoma is Oklahoma. We know that. Maybe they could get up to 2nd, but then even then is a little stretch because there's Oklahoma State and Texas. And they did defeat Texas this year, mind you. They did. Gave them the worst loss in program history in terms of deficit. 17-3. And that team's in a super regional. And they almost beat Oklahoma this year at Oklahoma. Though they lost on a walk-off 3-1. But, you know. So, yeah. And they also beat Oregon this year. That was ranked in the top 15 as well. Early in the year. So, and that was a 3-0 game. And so, yeah, they had a few good wins, but then they had some questionable losses. They were just young this year, and I believe next year they're going to be better. Hopefully to the point of a regional. And I believe Glenn Moore is safe for his job. I know people want him fired, even before this. I think they should change their mind. Because this team was just young. A young team. And they're going to only get better next year. I mean, give the guy a break on that. I wouldn't fire him right now. And I know that this is like the first time since 2019 they didn't make NCAA tournament. And you know, 2020, they had a good start. But then a shutdown happened. And 2021, last year they made an NCAA tournament, but got beat in the first 2 games. And we know 2017 and 2018 were NCAA tournaments, as well as. But that 2017 team got to the College World Series. So we've had since 2017 for sure a lot of success in the program. I'm not worried about that going forward for Glenn Moore. They're going to find a way to get back to the postseason next year, and even maybe to the super regional, depending on the matchups and everything. Because I don't want to say super regionals. Just get back to the NCAA tournament. Anyways, if you like this content, hit the like and subscribe button. I see you guys later. Let's get me up to 400 subscribers or more by the end of this year.